Hello everybody, Caroline Corey ready to take you through your sunshine destinations. Now, we do have a bit of a disturbance that's sinking southwards. As a result, we do have some clouds along with scattered shower activity into southern parts of the Dominican Republic, including Jamaica as well as Haiti. Let's move now to Florida, see what's happening there if this happens to be your sunshine destination. The state of Florida looking like this. Just a few cloudy periods into Orlando, Tampa Bay, as well as West Palm Beach, Miami, and Freeport. Just a few cloudy periods as well. And temperatures just super for this time of year, anywhere between 28 and a high of 30 degrees into Tampa Bay. Let's move now to the Caribbean. Check out the temperatures there. We do have a bit of a disturbance that will push in some thunder shower activity, especially into the afternoon in areas like Montego Bay, as well as Puerto Plata and Port-au-Prince in Haiti. We're talking about a few cloudy periods into Havana, also just a few clouds and 32 degrees in Bridgetown. Let's move to Mexico now. Check out the conditions there. We are looking again at some thunder shower activity in areas like Cancun, but a high temperature of 32 degrees. We're also looking at a few cloudy periods into Puerto Vallarta as well as Acapulco. Watch for rain into Mexico City, and we'll see a mix of some sun and some cloud into Veracruz. Let's move now to the Hawaiian Islands. If Hawaii happens to be your sunshine destination, really no change here. We're still looking at some excellent holiday weather, just a few cloudy periods, and temperatures super 31 degrees in Honolulu and Maui and 30 degrees in Hawaii.
Now the Weather Network's UV Report, a presentation of Essilor.
The blue line on the graph represents today's expected level of UVB radiation if skies are clear. Throughout the day, we add the latest actual reading, indicated by vertical red bars. The scale on the left helps determine the level of UVB radiation, and the figure at the top left shows how long it will take to burn in terms of hours and minutes. It's a norm for people with fair skin. Now, here is the latest reading of ultraviolet B rays in your region. The data come from our monitoring station at the center indicated. The Weather Network operates the largest private UVB monitoring system in the world.
Bifocals? I'm gonna look just like my father. My grandfather. Wait, nobody'll notice the lines if I do some cool frames. Or something. This is not working.
For those who refuse to be seen in bifocals, we offer the perfect disguise. Verilux, no-line bifocals, none of the lines. Ask your eye care professional for Verilux by Essilor.
For further information, contact your eye care professional.
You're watching the Weather Network, covering weather and environmental issues 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, exclusively on cable.
Coming up on this edition of Earthwatch, a snowstorm whips through BC with a vengeance. Up to 30 centimeters blanketed the extreme southern and northern regions of the province, clogging roads and killing 3 people. Also, a look at this week's natural disasters from around the world. Plus, the shuttle astronauts take a closer look at the giant hole in the ozone layer. Hello, everyone. Caroline Corey with you for this weekend edition of Earthwatch. Lianne Castelino is just ahead with all of the news, and I'll be back with all of the weather news right after your detailed local forecast. Hello everybody, Caroline Corey taking you through your regional forecast. First of all, we will take a look at our North American satellite shot to give you an idea of a couple of the major weather makers. A low pressure system that's situated in the States with a couple of warm fronts attached to it. As a result, we're going to have some precipitation spread across southern Ontario, and gradually that system is going to move into Newfoundland as well as the Maritime, so you'll see a gradual clouding over process of both those regions. Let's go to Saturday morning, look at the forecast. Along coastal BC, we have a weakening frontal system that's pushing on to the northern coast of BC. That's going to slide southward, so we'll see mainly cloudy conditions along coastal BC as well as into the interior. By the afternoon, that system will have pushed down into Vancouver. They can expect to see some rain activity, while Victoria will just see a generally cloudy day, and we'll still see a continuation of clouds with some breaks into the interior. We'll see some rain also in northern sectors like Prince Rupert, Prince George, closer to the Alberta border. We'll see some flurry activity. We're looking at overcast conditions in Whitehorse as well as Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, and we do have a weather advisory that has been issued for the Tuktoyaktuk and Holman regions of the Northwest Territories. Let's move now to Alberta as well as Saskatchewan. We do have a ridge of high pressure that's responsible for mainly sunny skies as far as Saskatchewan is concerned. They'll see plenty of sunshine also into Alberta, really no change for the afternoon. You'll just pick up a few more clouds into areas like Edmonton. Temperatures will be a couple of degrees below seasonal in Alberta as well as Saskatchewan. Moving to southern Manitoba, northwestern Ontario, a cold front will maintain mainly overcast skies for southern Manitoba. We'll look at mainly sunny day as far as northwestern Ontario is concerned. Temperatures will be a couple of degrees below seasonal in southern Manitoba as well. Northeastern Ontario, really a mixed bag of weather across this region. We'll see variable conditions into Sault Ste. Marie, and then with some clouds, but with some sunny breaks for Sudbury as well as Timmins, North Bay remaining overcast. We'll see some scattered showers developing, rain in Windsor, and then that will push towards the Toronto and then eastern areas up to Kingston as well as Ottawa by the end of the day. And then we'll see mainly overcast day across much of southern Quebec. Moving now to the Maritime provinces, we'll see a chance of some scattered showers in Nova Scotia, and St. John's, Newfoundland will see periods of light rain.
To complete our regional report, next are conditions reported in various centers in your area.
Now on the Weather Network, a special feature on the effects weather and the environment have on your health.
Colds and viruses have little to do with getting caught in weather like this without a hat, getting your feet wet, or catching a chill. In fact, the cold virus has very little to do with cold weather.
If somebody is not exposed to a cold virus, they can live in a refrigerator and they won't get a cold. Somebody can move to the Arctic, and if they're not meeting people that have new cold viruses that they haven't been exposed to, they don't get a cold. If a group of 10 people go to the Arctic, once they've all had their cold viruses amongst them, unless somebody new comes, they don't get colds anymore, no matter what the weather is, no matter how many times they get chilled.
But while chilly conditions may not cause your cold directly, that's not to say there's no connection between changing weather patterns and the outbreak of colds and viruses.
There is a tendency for the new cold viruses to come into a region during the times of changing seasons. So when it turns into, say, fall like now, and it gets a little cooler, there's a new group of viruses that seem to come at the same time, and so people get a lot of colds at this season. And they always blame that on the change in the weather, when it is indirectly related to the change in the weather, but it's really the viruses that are causing the increase in colds that they get at this time of year.
There are many cold-type viruses that produce similar symptoms, and it's almost impossible to avoid them. Weather like this won't cause a cold, but of course it could add to your misery while you try to get better.
On the Weather Network, this long-range forecast is an outlook for the next 5 days.
Caroline Corey with you, taking you through your long-range outlooks now for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We'll begin with Sunday. A ridge of high pressure maintains mainly sunny skies for most of the Maritime provinces as well as Newfoundland. But you can see that imposing low-pressure system from southern Ontario. That means clouds and showers for most of southern Ontario as well as southern Quebec, and that will push in some cloudy conditions into southern portions of the Maritime provinces as well. We have mainly sunny skies for northwestern Ontario, including Manitoba as well as Saskatchewan. Alberta also seeing really no problem, but there will be cooler temperatures across across most of the eastern prairies. We'll see a little bit of flurry activity along the mountains, and we'll see rain developing along coastal British Columbia. For Monday, we still have rain in the picture along the coast of British Columbia. We've got some flurry activity once again in northern sectors like Prince George. Sunshine, though, across most of the prairie provinces, straight into northwestern Ontario. Southern Ontario, southern Quebec beginning to clear out as that low-pressure system now pushes itself right on the maritime provinces, so they'll see some clouds and showers, as will Newfoundland. For Tuesday, we see the last of that system as it begins to push away. The maritime provinces beginning to clear out, and we still have the sunshine into southern Quebec. Southern Ontario now will be under the influence of another low-pressure system, so they'll see the reoccurrence of some showers as well as clouds. Across the prairie provinces, again, we get into plenty of sunshine. We'll see some variable conditions along this trough in Alberta. Into the interior of BC, variable cloud, and we're still seeing some mainly rainy days for coastal British Columbia. Let's take a look at the temperature maps now for the 3-day period. On Sunday, we're talking about temperatures that are below seasonal in the Maritimes, southern Quebec, as well as southern Ontario. Basically the same for Monday, and the eastern prairies are seeing temperatures that are near normal. As we move to Tuesday, we're still talking about cooler temps on the prairies.
You may think playing is just playing. At Participaction, we know playing is more. Now research confirms regular activity as simple as playing ball reduces stress, improves muscle tone, and you feel great. Playing regularly, your best shot for better health. Participaction, the movement for active, healthy living.
Hello everybody, I'm Caroline Coy, ready to take you across Canada now at this hour. We will take a look at our North American satellite shot. Major weather maker here is along the north coast of British Columbia. It's a weakening system, but it will be gradually pushing its way along the coast, hitting the south coast, areas like Vancouver. We'll get in on some of that rain activity that will be spread along the coast. Victoria, though, should see just a mainly cloudy day. We'll watch a clearing trend take place across Alberta and make way for a mainly sunny day on Saturday. We'll see a mainly sunny day as far as Saskatchewan. After this cloud will move away, it'll push into Manitoba, and that's where we'll see generally cloudy days for much of Saturday. We'll see plenty of sunshine in northwestern Ontario due to ridge of high pressure, but we're forecasting lots of rain in southwestern Ontario and scattered shower activity through to the Toronto area, including Kingston and up to Ottawa. Southern Quebec will also see a day that features mainly overcast skies. Newfoundland will begin to cloud over as a result of that same system, as will most of the maritime provinces. Watch for scattered showers in both locales.
This Weather Network report also includes conditions reported within the hour in major centers across Canada. These are the latest conditions reported in major centers across the United States. Coming up next on the Weather Network, your detailed local forecast.
Coming up on this edition of Earthwatch, a snowstorm whips through BC with a vengeance. Up to 30 centimeters blanketed the extreme southern and northern regions of the province, clogging roads and killing 3 people. Also, a look at this week's natural disasters from around the world. Plus, the shuttle astronauts take a closer look at the giant hole in the ozone layer. Hello, everyone. Caroline Corey with you for this weekend edition of Earthwatch. Lianne Castelino is just ahead with all of the news, and I'll be back with all of the weather news right after your detailed local forecast.
providing is to try and prepare young women to be leaders of tomorrow, to take their place in society.
I always admire the people like can do so many things with their hands. I ask myself, gee, what can I do with my hands? I realize that I can mold future leaders.
I think that all it really takes to be a good guider is to want to work with the girls. That's it. Everything else you can learn. It's great. It's really great.
If you see or experience unusual or severe weather conditions, the Weather Network would like to hear from you. Use our toll-free service to report what you've seen. If you've captured the images on home video, let us know by calling the Storm Line at 1-800-463-WIND. Remember, never place yourself in a position that compromises personal safety. Storm Line on the Weather Network, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Hello, everybody. Caroline Corey taking you through your national forecast, beginning with a look at the jet stream. Saturday afternoon's jet stream will enter the continent over the northern coast of California, slide across the northern U.S. plain states, and then drop down to Texas. From there, the flow will push up to the Great Lakes and then veer east to exit over the coast of Newfoundland. Because of this pattern, temperatures will be close to seasonal throughout much of the western provinces, mild for southern Ontario, and seasonal for most of Atlantic Canada. Let's take a look at the systems map now for Saturday. We'll have that approaching low that's coming up from southern Ontario. It will be approaching the Maritimes as well as Newfoundland. So for Newfoundland, we're looking at a mainly cloudy day with some scattered showers. Also watch for some light shower activity into Nova Scotia. For southern Quebec, we'll see some early morning fog developing, and then in the afternoon, a generally cloudy day. Precipitation probably not developing until the evening. For Toronto and east, we're looking at shower activity developing probably later in the morning to early in the afternoon. Windsor, Ontario, southwestern sectors will see a generally rainy day. We're talking about mainly a sunny day for northwestern Ontario, generally cloudy into Manitoba as that cold front passes through. We'll see plenty of sunshine into Alberta as well as Saskatchewan. Just a few more clouds, though, as you go into central areas like Edmonton. Into the interior of BC, again, a generally cloudy day. We'll see some flurry activity in areas like Prince George, rain along the coast of British Columbia the entire day, but probably not reaching Vancouver until late in the afternoon. Let's take a quick look now at your temperatures for Saturday.
On the Weather Network, this traveler's forecast covers major cities across North America.
Well, a weakening low pressure system along the north coast of British Columbia will begin sliding southward. As a result, we'll see some rain develop in the late afternoon to early evening in Vancouver. If you're traveling to Victoria, you'll see generally cloudy skies. That same system will push in some overcast conditions into Seattle and Washington. Sunshine for Los Angeles. San Francisco, however, we'll see a mainly cloudy day, and we'll see a return to more normal temperatures as far as Las Vegas, Nevada, and Phoenix, Arizona are concerned, including Denver, Colorado. It's been quite cool in those locales. We have a low pressure system with a cold front that's situated over central Louisiana. As a result, we'll see some showers or thundershower activity into Louisiana, parts of Georgia, as well as New Orleans. Florida, plenty of sunshine, but a few more cloudy periods into southern sectors. The Atlantic coast, sunshine with a few cloudy periods to pick up more cloudy as you move inland. Overcast conditions for Boston. Detroit, as well as Chicago, will see scattered showers or thundershower activity, and that's basically the same type of forecast for southern Ontario. Lots of rain. Travelers to Atlantic Canada on Saturday can expect generally cloudy conditions for the Maritimes as a frontal system edges into the region. Rain is in the forecast for Newfoundland, but temperatures across the board will remain a few degrees above seasonal. If your travel plans include southern Ontario, a weak disturbance will produce clouds with a chance of showers across most of the region. Skies will be mainly cloudy over southern Quebec. Temperatures will range from seasonal to slightly above. If you're heading to the eastern prairies, a weak cold front edging in from Alberta will bring variable conditions to Manitoba. Saskatchewan will be mainly sunny. Temperatures will vary from cool to seasonal. Those travelers heading to Alberta can expect a mainly sunny day with afternoon cloudy periods. The southern coast of BC will be mainly cloudy with a chance of showers. The mercury will hover around the seasonal mark in both provinces. And if you're planning a trip to the northeastern United States Saturday, you can expect variable skies along most of the eastern seaboard, except for Boston, where it will be mainly cloudy. The Great Lakes region will see showers with periods of rain. For those planning a trip to the U.S. Southeast, variable skies are forecast for most regions, with the exception of the Sunshine State. Florida can expect frequent cloudy periods throughout the day, temperatures remaining warm. And finally, if the U.S. Southwest is your destination, plenty of sunshine is in store for most regions except for San Francisco, where conditions will remain cloudy with showers.
You may think hiking is just hiking. At Participaction, we know hiking is more. Now, research confirms regular activity as simple as hiking helps control blood pressure, reduces your risk of heart attack and stroke, and you feel great. Hiking, the shortest distance between you and better health. Participaction, the movement for active, healthy living.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our environmental news program. I'm Lianne Castelino. An early blast of winter proved deadly in southern BC Friday morning. 3 people were killed and 9 others injured when a van lost control on the Trans-Canada Highway near the city of Hope. Officials say slush, ice, and whiteout conditions made driving conditions hazardous, snarling morning rush hour traffic for hours. Power outages also forced the closure of Simon Fraser University's Mountaintop campus. Between 20 and 30 centimeters fell on some areas, eclipsing average snowfall amounts for November. Now, that same system carved across the Pacific Northwest Friday afternoon, dumping heavier amounts of snow through parts of Washington and Oregon State. More than 40 centimeters fell across parts of the Cascade Mountains. A second system is expected to bring more snow to the area by Saturday morning. Overseas now, where crews have found more bodies following a series of killer floods and fires in southern Egypt. 40 more victims have been recovered from beneath the rubble and debris, bringing the death toll to 560 people. The disaster began Wednesday after floodwaters ripped through a tanker wagon carrying fuel. The fuel ignited, and that sent nearby rivers erupting into flames. The fire destroyed at least 200 homes. Meanwhile, officials fear more bodies will be discovered as the cleanup continues. And rescue efforts have begun in southern India following Monday's deadly cyclone. Reports say scores of people have been killed and more than 16,000 left homeless after floods ravaged the country's southeast coast. Crews began airdrops of food and other supplies while victims waited on rooftops and trees for help. In the meantime, 100 relief camps have been set up to house victims of the disaster. Research experiments are in full swing aboard the Space Shuttle Atlantis. The 6-man crew spent their first full day in orbit Friday by releasing a German satellite. The $35 million device will help scientists to study the Earth's atmosphere. The satellite contains an ultraviolet instrument that measures atmospheric gases responsible for ozone damage. That's all for this edition. Stay with us now. Air quality information for your region is coming up next.
Environmental reporting on the Weather Network includes air quality readings where available. The codes for major pollutants include API for Air Pollution Index, SO stands for sulfur dioxide, O3 ground level ozone gas, CO indicates carbon monoxide, SP is suspended particulate, while COH means coefficient of haze, such as dust or grit. The data are provided by the provincial or municipal environmental department.
Next on the Weather Network, the Recreation Report, including upcoming events in your region.
Well, you'll be in for a rainy day along the coast of British Columbia, probably hitting the Vancouver area by late afternoon into the early part of the evening. Mainly cloudy days forecast for the interior of BC. We're looking at cooler temperatures to prevail across the eastern prairie provinces. Sunshine for northwestern Ontario, and this system will push some showers across southern Ontario.
Information for this report is provided by event organizers or sponsors. For more details on a specific event, please contact the telephone number included with each listing. This report is a community service from the Weather Network.